ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. We go from Denver. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Herbert on first down now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully. Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game. And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right? You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move. From the 22 to the 19.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
second down at 7. They look to throw. It's Locke. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Here's Locke to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's got room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They snap it to Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
That's going to be caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. These two teams all tied after 1. Lock now on first down. That's out to the flat for Gordon. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Locke. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on first down is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Justin Jones there on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bronco All-Pro Chris Harris. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Out of the gun, Herbert. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Donald Parham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 14, Broncos 7. Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
1st and 10.
Block off of play action. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Locke eluding the pressure right. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd down, Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Locke now on 3rd and goal. Out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you know.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive,
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Flush to his right. And Gordon's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Block now to throw. Steps away to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw it is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Locke to throw for it on 4th. Flushed out right. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Locke now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Chris Rumpf brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly. That leads to a play action sack. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for L.A. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. On play action, Locke. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Charger drive about to get going. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, Locke. Flush to his right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Off play action. Locke escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Block going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you could use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Jalen Guyton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Clock now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. It's complete, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 34, Broncos 22.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. One final try for Locke. Rolling to his right. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Chargers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Denver, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.